Hello Pokemon fans, Professor K here for the Pokemon Evolutionaries, and today we're going to take a look at a deck that I previously profiled right before Primal Clash came out. I told you guys I was going to do a matchup video with it, and it just kind of never did get to happen with all the Primal Clash stuff that came out, but that was a little bit more exciting at the time. I wanted to get those videos up for you guys to see. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this Flareon deck, finally. It's made a couple of changes since my previous profiling video, considering the Primal Clash is going to be legal soon, and it definitely will be at Florida Regionals coming up in about a week, actually. So, I was going to do a different kind of video, but N is still sick, so his trade binder and our other match videos and stuff are just going to have to go on hold for now. So hopefully you guys don't mind me doing the PTCGO version. As a matter of fact, in the comment section down below, let me know if you guys want to see more of the TCGO stuff, or if it's just something you don't enjoy that much. Previously, towards more the beginning of the channel, I noticed that TCGO didn't get a whole lot of great reception, so I just want to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Let me know if you want to see more of this, because if you do, I will be more than happy to do it. Otherwise, we'll do the in real life matchups. They take a little bit longer and a little harder to edit, but either way is fine by me. So let's go ahead and jump right into this here and take a look at this Flareon deck. Now, for a little refresher here, synopsis of the deck. Flareon Vengeance for double colorless hits for 20 damage plus 10 more damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile. So we're going to want to get rid of a lot of Pokemon really, really fast. The idea is to use Battle Compressor to search your deck for 3 cards and discard them, shuffle your deck afterward, and we're going to get rid of all kinds of stuff here. Let's take a look at them from left to right. We got, the first one here is Audino with the Busybody ability. Once during your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon's in your hand, you may reveal it. If you do, heal 10 damage and remove a special condition from your active Pokemon. So if someone plays a Hypnotoxic Laser, or somehow you end up asleep, confused, paralyzed, poisoned, burned, or whatever, you can play Audino from your hand and heal that special condition plus 10 damage away from your Pokemon. So that's really good because you can get that straight in the discard pile, and you don't even have to do anything. You don't have to use an Ultra Ball or anything like that, or a Battle Compressor if you needed to. But that'll come right out of your hand that way. We also have 2 Ditto here with the Transform ability. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may put a basic Pokemon on top of this Pokemon. So let's say you start out with a Ditto, and then you play him down. Next turn, you Juniper and Shauna, and you get an Eevee and a Flareon. You can just go Eevee, Flareon, one right after the other, because Ditto is the basic Pokemon. So you're evolving Ditto, technically, so you can do that. Also makes for good discard fodder for Battle Compressor when you get that. Next, we're going to take a look here at Slurpuff. This is an extra draw engine for the deck with the tasting ability. Once during a turn before you attack, you may draw a card. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you can draw 1 more card. So you're able to get a little bit better draw support with this card here. Plus, again, it is a Pokemon for the discard pile to power up Flareon. Also, supporting Flareon, we've got 2 Seismitoad counters. In Leafeon versions, we've got Energy Crush, does 20 damage times the number of energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. So if Seismitoad has 2 Seismitoad in play and 2 DCEs, that's 20, 40, 60, that's 80 energy, 80 damage I should say, for that energy. And if you have a Silver Bangle attached, you're hitting for 20, 40, 60, 80, 160, 170, 180, 190, 210, 220. So you're hitting for a lot of damage. So that's a really good attack for that one. And then we have this Leafeon here with Soothing Scent. Silver Bangle attached to this, and 30 damage, and your opponent, active Pokemon is now asleep. To a Seismitoad, you're hitting for 120 damage for 1 energy and putting it to sleep. So it's powerful. So that's going to be that for Flareon, Leafeon, Slurpuff, Ditto, Audino. Next we've got Execute. Simple discard Pokemon. Propagation, once during turn before you attack. If it's in your discard pile, you may put it into your hand, so you can use it as an extra card if you don't have enough cards to, say, use a computer search or an Ultra Ball, something like that. Next, we've got Jirachi here with Stellar Guidance. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So you can turn your Ultra Balls into a Jirachi, which then becomes one of these supporters down here out of the deck. If you need a draw support and all you have is an Ultra Ball or a Jirachi, there you go. You can get yourself an instant supporter. Next, we've got 2 Deoxys EX here with Power Connect. Your Team Plasma Pokemon's attacks, excluding Deoxys EX, do 10 more damage to the active Pokemon. So if you have one of these on your bench, your Flareons and your Leafeons hit for 10 extra damage, which really helps on Leafeon to get that 1-hit knockout. For instance, if there are 2 DCEs in play, now you're hitting for a 1-hit knockout instead. And also Flareon helps you get that extra 10 damage on top of it. Whether it's in the bench or the discard pile, it helps it either way. New addition to this deck is going to be Acrobike. Acrobike lets you look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand and discard the other card. This is much better than Bicycle in this deck because you're able to get rid of a Pokemon if it happens to be one of your top 2, and you can get something else. Not too bad. The trainer lineup otherwise is the same. The energy is the same. The only thing is I added a Shauna and I took out a Deoxys. Otherwise, it's the same deck. So, with that being said, now that that's out of the way, you guys have seen the updated Flareon, Turbo Flareon deck, I should say. We're going to go ahead and play a matchup with it. So, we'll be right back with that match. 1 second. Alright guys, we're back here. We've got a game for you guys, and it looks like we're up against Adam Myers 812. Now, this deck likes to go first, and since I had the choice to go first, I'm going to take it. Alright, so we had a, oh man, what a terrible start this is. Looks like we're starting with either an Audino or a Deoxys. I think I'd rather start with the Audino, keep the Deoxys in my hand, and just Ultra Ball away the Deoxys. So let's go ahead and see what we're up against here. Okay, we're up against an Yveltal deck. Not too bad. At least we're playing something that's good in the format, and nothing that's, you know, too easy, I guess. Alright, I'm going to actually grab the Shauna if I can get... There we go. Okay. I'm going to grab the Shauna because I don't have a supporter in my hand. So, let's see here. We're going to bench a Swirlix. Going to Ultra Ball away Deoxys and Trump card. We're going to grab an Eevee. Then we're going to put it on the bench. We're going to attach a DCE to the Eevee. And then we're going to Shauna. Now, this is pretty darn good. Alright, we got another Eevee. We've got another Acrobike. We can grab Slurpuff here for the next turn. We got Battle Compressor. We can get rid of the other Ditto. And let's get rid of another Audino and an Execute. Then we'll play the other Battle Compressor. And we'll get rid of, this time, we'll get rid of a Slurpuff. We'll get rid of a Swirlix. And what else can we get rid of? I guess we can get rid of one of the Energy Crush Leaf. Nope, let's get rid of Deoxys. Let's get rid of Deoxys. That's perfect. So we'll get rid of Deoxys there. And we're going to go ahead and end our turn. So we got the DCE in play, which is awesome. We've got Audino on the active position, which isn't so awesome. But we do have a Slurpuff in our hand. If it doesn't get end away, we've got a way to draw 2 cards next turn, which is definitely helpful, depending on what we get. So we're going to pass to Adam Myers 812 here and see what he can do with his Yveltal deck. The one thing we don't want to see is Enhanced Hammers, because they really hurt this deck. You know, we do have a trump card to get it back if necessary, but 4 DCE is pretty much what makes this deck tick. We do have 3 Grass Energies we could attach to make it work, but, you know, doesn't always work that way. So we see a Hypnotoxic Laser here and a Repeat Ball. That is an interesting one. I haven't seen an Yveltal deck use Repeat Ball just yet. That is fairly new to me. Then again, I don't play TCGO a whole lot. And there's the Enhanced Hammer. Haha, that's what I was afraid of. So, unfortunately, that hurts. Alright, so we got 30 damage on the Audino here with Oblivion Wing, by the looks of things, and we're going to see an energy come out of the discard pile if he has it. He does. It'll go on one of these benched Yveltal here. Looks like he's kind of taking his time with it, but I don't really know why, because you only have 2 Yveltal, so I don't know. Alright, so our board looks kind of interesting. At least we've got 2 Eevee in play. We've got the Swirlix we can evolve into Slurpuff. I just wish this Audino wasn't in the active position. That's the only bad thing. Alright, so finally the Oblivion Wing goes down. Okay, so if I bench the Slurpuff, or evolve the Slurpuff, now I can Tasting, and we draw into a Silver Bangle. I'm going to have to, unfortunately, Ultra Ball it away to get a Flareon, and just evolve into Flareon here, and pass the turn, because there's nothing else I can do without a hand. Unfortunately, that does happen from time to time, but at least we got the Slurpuff in play to draw 2 cards per turn now, and hopefully get a supporter in the process. This deck does run 8 supporters. It is a little low on the supporter count, but, you know, it seems to get the job done most of the time. It's already set up pretty quick, and here comes the Flareon. That kind of hurts a bit, but we have a lot of Pokemon in the discard pile already. We already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Deoxys. Yep, we got 8 Pokemon in the discard pile. So we're already hitting for 100. 20, 40, 60. He's hitting for 70 damage, 60 damage, and then poison is 70. I need to wake up badly. There we go. Alright, so we got the Float Stone to attach to Slurpuff here. And we're going to Tasting for 1 card, and it is a Lysander. Interesting. Okay, we don't have a Darkrai down yet, so let's go ahead and just Lysander up this other one because I can't do anything. I'll go ahead and take an extra 10 damage. Now we're up to 80. At least I'll have one more chance to potentially hit something here with this Flareon before it becomes too big of a deal. Hopefully he has an N in this hand that he doesn't have a choice but to play. We'll just have to see what happens, I suppose. We got a Trubbish down on the bench that he's going to pick back up. He's going to Dowsing Machine, throw that away, and he's going to get a supporter. Probably a Juniper, because that's all that's there besides the Lysander. And we're stuck without a hand once again. Besides the 2 cards we get to draw with Slurpuff and our draw for the turn. He's see a Hypnotoxic Laser trying to put me to sleep, but it's going to fail. And a Juniper. So he gets a fresh hand of 6. And why was that 6? It should have been 7. Got a Muscle Band. Mewtwo, there goes the Flareon. I'm going to put the Slurpuff up now. Now we can draw 3 cards, which is always a good thing. So we've got a DCE. We're going to Tasting here. We get the Flareon, which is absolutely amazing. We're going to retreat into the Flareon, and we're going to hit for 120 damage. Not exactly the highest amount, but unfortunately that's all we got. So 120 damage is the most we're going to hit with Flareon right now, and it's not looking really good, unfortunately. It took me a little longer to set up than what it should, and that auto start definitely hurts. But we're going to see 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. He's going to knock out this Flareon. I still have a chance, though. I can still set up a potential of 2 more Flareon before this game is truly over. Plus, we have access to Leafeon as well. And all we need is a Grass Energy to evolve into a Leafeon. He's already got 4 energy in play. So Energy Crush is already hitting for 80, 110 with a Silver Bangle. Alright, so this is a Hard Charm and a Muscle Band. There goes a Shadow Circle. And he's going to knock me out right here with 110 damage. 60, 81, 110. Ugh. Gonna go ahead and put Slurpuff back in the active position here real quick. We do have a VS Seeker. Now what can I get with my VS Seeker? I can only get a Shauna by the looks of it. So let's go ahead and do our Tasting now. And nothing good, unfortunately, other than the DCE that I can't even use. Hip Bump, if this opponent tries to attack, okay, it does nothing. That would be the only thing I could do, but I don't want to waste my DCE on a Hip Bump, even though there was one instance that saved somebody's game. So we get another Eevee, and we get a Silver Bangle, and I got a Computer Search. I could get a Grass Energy and go for an Energy Crush. Or I could go for a Flareon. No, I can't go for Flareon because I don't have a way of getting him to play. Alright, I'm just going to get a Grass Energy here. And I'm going to evolve this Eevee into a Energy Crush Leafeon. Then we're going to retreat back into him. And we're going to Energy Crush for the knockout on this Yveltal. Now, we effectively got rid of 3 energy, which is definitely a big deal. We see a Juniper and a Hip Bump, or a Busybody Autono. So that's kind of good. If he does happen to play another Laser, then I know that I'll be okay. Not to mention, with 1 energy, I'm getting hurt a lot less because of the Evil Ball attack there, hitting for the amount of energy that I have as well. Right now, he's only going to be able to hit me. I think this is one with a Hard Charm. Come on. Hard Charm, yep. So he's not hitting with a Muscle Band. He can only hit for 20, 40, 60. He could hit me for 80 if he attaches 1. He could hit me for 100 if he has a DCE. There's the Laser, and that is a Tails. The good news is I can Autono. Crushing Hammer, of course it would flip a Heads. That hurts really bad. See a Colress here, there's the DCE, and we got 90 damage? Okay. So we're going to use Busybody here, we're going to heal the 10 damage off. We're going to Battle Compressor. We're going to get rid of some stuff that we don't need. Now, stuff we don't need would be things like this other Leafeon. We don't want to use Leafeons anymore. We have Flareon. What's another thing we don't need? I don't think I'm going to need the Jirachi anymore, so we're going to go ahead and drop the Jirachi. I definitely need that last Eevee, though, so that's all I'm going to get rid of. I'll get rid of those two. And then we're going to Juniper, which gives us another Eevee. It does give us the potential to... Well, no, before we do that, let's do this. We'll do Tasting for 1 here. We get another Grass Energy, so we're going to go ahead and attach it here. And we're going to be able to hit for quite a bit of damage again because he played that DCE. So let's go ahead and Energy Crush here for 90 damage. I'm going to pass the turn back to us. We have 5 cards left in our discard pile, which kind of hurts. We don't want to have to use another Juniper. I should have probably thrown out a Juniper, but I need those cards to survive. You see a Colress here, it's going to go for 7 cards, which is quite a bit. And it would have been, that would have been 110, but he's got the Hard Charm in play. But regardless, 90 damage is still good on an Yveltal EX. So there's the 100 damage. He's going to knock us out. Here's where we have to hope that we draw into some good stuff. Okay, we're going to evolve into Flareon here, and we're going to use our Tasting ability to get the DCE. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so now we're able to knock out this Yveltal. This is the one we're going to want to attack because this stuff over here doesn't really matter all that much. We're going to Vengeance for 180 damage. If he doesn't have a way to knock me out, then we're going to see something really good. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. If he gets another energy on that Mewtwo, though, I'm in big trouble, unfortunately. But we need to be able to take 2 more prizes to win this game. It's going to come close. As you can see, the prize exchange is really good. I've already taken 4 prizes to his 3, and you would think that we were behind in the game, but we're not just yet. So it depends on what he draws into over here, if he can do it. Because this is a Muscle Band. Yes, it is. Whew. Alright. Well, the good news is he put up an Yveltal regular one. That's kind of interesting. I do have a Lysander down here, so if he doesn't get the energy, because he has a Float Stone on this thing, if he doesn't get the energy, we can win the game. But if he does get the energy, we're done for. So it all comes down to the chance. He's got a lot of energy thrown away, but we'll see what happens. Okay, looks like our opponent conceded the game. He must not have had any energy, which means Turbo Flareon takes the win. I hate when people do that, unfortunately. People just assume the game's over, and that's that. But apparently he didn't draw into an energy, so he must have known that one way or the other he was going to lose this game. Hey, either way, I'll take the win on that. So even when it looks like Flareon's down, as you can see, Flareon still takes the win, so that is really awesome. Turbo Flareon's a really powerful deck, and it has the ability to make a lot of comebacks in a lot of games, and it also has the power to overwhelm a deck really early, really fast. Even though we started with that horrible start with the Audino, it didn't even matter because we were able to power up Flareons and Leafeons and get the job done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let me know what you think of the TCGO experience that you guys have here, and if you guys want to see more of it, just let me know. So that'll be it for today, guys. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. I'm Professor K for the Pokemon Evolutionaries. Yeah.